In exercise 3-35-1, we're going to take a very simple approach to this. I'm just going to start by clicking on New, and again selecting Part, and OK. Now, I should have given this the name of the file that I was actually trying to create, but once again, I'm just going to focus tonight on how to actually create this exercise, and then you guys already know how to do the file saving and everything else. So once this finally comes up, we'll go ahead and get started. Now, the way that I'm going to approach this one is from the right side. So I'm going to left click on Right, and then left click on the sketch button. And then I'll say OK when the dialog box comes up, or Sketch, so that I can actually begin my sketch. And I'm going to go ahead and zoom in, even though I don't have the grid turned on. If I turn on the grid, I can see, remembering that this is 30 by 30, and the thing that I'm trying to draw is only 3 inches wide. So I'm just going to start by drawing a line straight out, up, over, up, over. When I get down to here, I want to make sure that I get the two L's that show that this is the length is constrained the same. And then I'll come out to here and close this particular object off. Now I can go to my constraints, and I'm going to select equal for equal length, and I want this and this to be equal length. Now, most of the dimensions came up and they're somewhat okay. I can pretty much live with them the way they are, so I don't need to do any of the scaling or anything like that. So now I'm going to go ahead and just put on some dimensions. The across the bottom is not actually 8, it is 3. And this is a situation where it kind of did get a little bit screwy on me, but I'm okay with what this has done for right now. So I'm going to just try to make an attempt to salvage this by pulling this in and pulling this down. That way it's starting to look a little bit more like what it's supposed to, and that was supposed to be 3. When I stretched this in, I must have pulled this out accidentally, so be careful when you do that. Next, I want to go ahead and dimension the height of this piece, and this is going to be 0.375. This is going to be 0.5. The overall height for this particular part is going to be 2.5. Now, in looking at this, I don't have any places now where I have weak dimensions left. I've taken care of all of that, and I have nothing but strong dimensions that I've created. So I can go ahead and finish my sketch. And now what I'm going to do is extrude this part. So we'll go to extrude. The distance that I need to extrude this is going to be 3. And I'll hit the check box for that. Now as I roll this thing out, you can see that I have to put in the chamfers on the front and back, and then the hole that goes down through it. So I'm going to go to the chamfer command, and these are both on 45-degree angles. So what that means is I can just do a D by D chamfer, because anything on 45 degrees is going to be equal regardless of where you are. So this is a 1.5 inch chamfer, and I'll hit the checkbox, go right back to the chamfer command again, and select the back edge, and again it's a 45 degree. This one here is only 1 inch. Hit the green checkbox, and now you can see that I've got my 2 chamfers in here. Now I want to left click on this face until it highlights, and then I'm going to click the sketch button so that I can do a sketch perfectly on this face. Now the one thing I'm not going to do is I'm not really going to sketch out a whole lot of this, but I'm just going to draw this circle and then use it to extrude it through. So what I want to do is, I know that it's dimensioned off of the right edge and it is dimensioned off of the bottom. So I'm just going to go to the use command, and I'm going to select this and this, say OK, close that out. Now rather than have to worry about getting rid of those later, I'm going to delete them now, and you'll see that I'm left with the axes that those edges rest on. So now I can go ahead and do a circle and begin the dimensioning process for that circle. I just want one circle. not 2. Okay, so this is going to become 1. This is going to become 1. And this is going to become 1.5. That's everything that I need for that sketch, so now I can go ahead and save that, and I'm going to go back to the extrude. This is going to go through all, flipped the other direction, and remove material. I'll hit the green checkbox to accept that, and what I am left with is exercise 3-35-1 completed.